Well, hello, everybody. Did our Southern California housing market just go through another earthquake level shift for first time home buyers? Let's find out. My name is Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate, where we are on a mission to help California's renters become homeowners. And if you are a first time buyer or a first time buyer hopeful, you have reached the right place for our latest market update. This title is not clickbait. Even I am surprised by this. Nearly every one of our market data indicators has flipped around when we ran statistics this week. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll see what I'm talking about. So let's start with prices, right? Prices are kind of a bit of a bellwether, and we actually have a split story here. Now, I will tell you, remember, this is data that is based on 4 to 6 weeks old. Why? Because these are closed prices. This tells us about where the market was. This is our entry-level first-time home and our entry-level condo. We approximately have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath and a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, again in LA and Orange counties. And we do this for the first quartile. So just as a quick reminder, the first quartile, if the median is halfway between the cheapest house and the most expensive house, the first quartile is halfway between the cheapest and the median. So if we look at this here, we see some price softness on the condo market, but look at that entry-level home market. That is a pretty market increase, and it is hitting a new high level in the last 12 months. Let's look at our total monthly payment, right? What has driven that? That, again, is also a new high level, probably by about $50. I think our previous peak was right back here in towards October of last year. Again, we see a little bit of value on the condo side. So if you are a value buyer, the great news is the condo market is still experiencing a softness. It is not turned around quite the same way as our single family home market. Now, if we look here at our minimum household income required, again, we are over that $160,000 mark, but we're actually at around 120, which is down from the peak for those condos. So again, if you're a condo buyer, what does it take? What kind of household income do you need to buy one of these properties with 5% down, which we think approximates what it's really like to be, a first-time buyer in today's market? Let's talk about absorption rate. This is one of those stats that really caught me off guard a little bit, thinking about what's going on with that. Now, part of this might be holiday related, right? A lot of times we will find that the rate of new listings coming on the market during a holiday week, like the 4th of July, what do we see? Everybody holds off. They go active on a date like that today. I think that is definitely part of it, but that doesn't explain all of this jump. We were really kind of on a softening trajectory. This was a pretty big reversal. I don't think all of this can be attributed just to the holiday week. Remember, when we do this, this is a 14-day absorption rate. So we actually take a look back over 14 days, not just 7, for this reason, to try to smooth some of this out. If we look at total inventory, right, how many entry-level condos, how many entry-level homes, both of these also experienced a decrease, meaning that even if there weren't new homes coming on the market, the problem was those buyers didn't completely go away. They were still out there looking and writing offers, even though it was a holiday week. And we actually saw what was really a rapid rise in inventory just completely stop and go flat over the last 2 weeks. I don't think the holiday explains all of that. I think this is definitely a bit of a market shift. I'm curious whether it's going to hold or not over the next 2 weeks. And then if we look at our 14 days still active, again, this is yet another sort of proxy for that market velocity, right? Like what's happening to homes that have come on the market in the last 14 days? Well, guess what? Fewer of them are available, and that sees us dropping down versus last week. Dropping down means a more competitive market. Now, there is some good news in this chart, right? And the good news is, compared to last year, it is a slightly less competitive market, meaning it is an easier time for first-time home buyers than at this point last year. So the bad news is it's getting tighter, but it's still not as tight as it was at this point last year. And then finally, if we look at our week supply of homes, right, this one tells another story. We see a modest increase, right, if we are going in terms of those condos, how many weeks of inventory? Almost 10 weeks. That's pretty good. But what do we see here? We were seeing rising relative inventory when it comes to entry-level homes. Why do I use this term relative inventory, right? If we look back on just the absolute number of homes, that tells us just flat out the number of homes. This tells us how many weeks do we have based on how fast homes are actually selling. And what do we see? What was rising relative inventory is almost completely flattened out here when we take a look at those entry-level single-family homes. So once again, we are definitely seeing that this is a market. Every single thing says that this market is getting tighter. I'm really curious to see if we'll see the same results in 2 weeks. But as always, and I mention this to everybody, it really depends on your market segment. These are aggregate market statistics. You still need to reach out to a real estate professional, hopefully us, by the way. We definitely love to hear from you. But it really depends on your market segment, geographically, price range, and price property type. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like our videos. That's definitely a way that you can help support us creating more videos, which we want to do. Obviously, if you are looking to buy your first home here in Southern California, or you know someone who should be a homeowner, definitely reach out to us. As always, questions and comments, we do love those. We'll see you again real soon.